Welcome back, everybody! Do you like to know what time it is wherever you go? Then this video is for you. Today we will be talking about how to ask the time in German and also tell the time. But first, let me introduce myself. My name is Carlie Sitzman, and I am a linguist who helps people learn German and communicate effectively in the language. So if you like receiving interesting videos about German grammar, speaking German, and German culture, then subscribe below and hit the like button. And join me in my other videos as well. So if you want to know what time it is, first you're going to want to say, Wie viel Uhr ist es? Wie viel Uhr ist es? Wie viel Uhr ist es? Let's break that down. First we have wie. We're saying it wie because whenever you have a W in German, that makes a V sound. V, v. Whenever you have an IE combination, you say the name of the last letter in that combination. So we can tell E is the last letter, so we're going to say E like eagle. Wie. Wie means how. Viel is pronounced like this because V in German always sounds like an F. So, f. Again, we have that IE, so we're going to say E like eagle, and L sounds the same as English. Wie viel. Viel means many or much. So you're saying how many. Wie viel Uhr. Uhr is being said this way because the U almost always makes an oo sound in German. Oo. The H does not change the sound, it just makes it longer. And the R is very similar in pronunciation to English. So, Uhr, Uhr. Wie viel Uhr? Uhr means hour, o'clock, or time, depending on the context you use it in. So how many hours, I like to say, is the direct translation. Then we have ist, which is pronounced similar to how you would in English. Ist means is. So, wie viel Uhr ist? How many hours is? Es. Es. Very similar to English in pronunciation. Es means it. So, wie viel Uhr ist es? How many hours is it? Or as we say in English, what time is it? So if you walk up to someone and you say wie viel Uhr ist es, they will probably give you the time. So what is that going to sound like if they give you the time? First, you're going to have to know numbers. Let's do 1 through 10 right now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's 1 through 10. So if you say wie viel Uhr ist es, they will reply with es ist. It is. Es ist 7 Uhr. It is 7 o'clock. Es ist 7 Uhr. If it's something like 7:10, they will say es ist 7 Uhr 10. Es ist 7 Uhr 10. That's kind of like in English if you were to tell the time by saying, let's say it's 10:25. If you said in English, it is 10 o'clock 25. That's kind of the direct translation from German. So that is one way to say it. There's also all these shortcuts, right? So you could say like quarter to, quarter after, and that exists in German as well. Quarter translates to Viertel in German. Viertel. So someone might say Viertel vor 10. which would be 9:45 or a quarter to 10. They're basically saying a quarter before 10. Viertel vor 10. Someone might also say Viertel nach 10. Viertel nach 10. That would be 10:15 because they're saying quarter after 10. Viertel nach 10. And then there's another way of saying it that isn't used a lot in the United States, but I do hear it in Britain sometimes, where you say like half of the hour, 10:30, 9:30. I've never used it, so I'm not an authority on this. But in German, you can say, for example, if it is 7:30, you could say es ist 7:30. Es ist 7:30. So I did say 8. I said 7:30 because they're assuming that this hour you are in right now is the 8th hour. You just haven't gotten to the 8 yet. So you're saying we're halfway through the 8th hour. 7:30 would be 7:30. 8:30 would be 8:30. So if you're just converting it in your head for daily use, just subtract 1, and that will give you the hour. And one other thing I would like to tell you about telling time in German is they do not have the AM/PM system anymore. They use what is often called military time, or the 24-hour clock. So if you're in the morning, it's pretty similar to English. You have 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock. Once you reach noon, it changes because then it goes to 13 o'clock, 14 o'clock, 15 o'clock, 16 o'clock, 17 o'clock. So if you see one of these really high numbers as an hour, all you have to do is subtract 12, and that will give you the hour in PM. Now, they don't always talk like this. They don't always say, let's meet at the bar at 17 o'clock. Sometimes they will just say, let's meet at the bar at 5 o'clock if they're talking to you, because it's obvious from the context that you're not meeting at 5 in the morning. But if you're writing things down, usually they will use the 24-hour clock so it's completely clear when things are happening. Okay, if you have any other questions about telling time in German, write them below and I will get back to you as best I can. Otherwise, happy learning and I'll see you in the next one. Tschüss!